Welcome back to another video, guys. This is a continuation, first part of me getting the transmission. Let me flick on over to the front facing camera and I'll try and take some feedback on here with the camera being unstable. But what I'm going to do first is just start from the top and then I'll make my way to the bottom and remove any bolts and connectors required. So I've removed the battery tray. That's just 410 millimeters. Remove that, gives you more access. Airbox is gone. Up here, I've disconnected the IM. This is a MK4 GTI with an AGU motor and M3.8.3 ECU. So it has an ICM, which is a lot different to the usual, coil packs that you normally get there, which controls the firing of the spark plugs. But here I'm going to start to disconnect as much as I can. I will save the transmission mount for later, but yeah, just for now I'll start with perhaps getting rid of the starter motor. So this is the cap for the negative side of the starter motor, which connects up directly to the battery for that, extra power, full crank. And yeah, just gonna remove some plugs. So I've got this plug off. Also disconnected the top harness plug here, right? And then later on, I'm gonna have to take this. Take it off the harness connector there, just to give me some room so I can move this. And I know that there's a couple of long bolts I need to access in there. I'll need to disconnect. Yep, I'll need to disconnect the negative from there, and that's probably a 13. So I'll do that now, and then start to work my way, across. Maybe I'll disconnect. Yeah, I'll try and disconnect the slave cylinder there. Remove the bracket that's holding the transmission onto the mount as well. What else is there? I think that's it. And that's a series of starting to remove the bolts and the axles from both sides. So let's get removing. Alright, guys. Just managed to make some progress. So, oops, steady the camera. I've got the bolt off that connects up I think that's a bracket for the starter motor, to the lines to support it. I've unplugged that. I've removed the earth wire there. They're all 13s, 13 and 13. I've removed the linkages for the gear. I've also removed the two 13s holding the slave and the three 13s that's holding in the brackets for the gear linkages. So that's, there's just a mixture of extensions that I've been using, and that appears to be it for the top part. I might need to, I think from memory I snaked in a extension through there to get to the bolt for the top of the starter, and then there's one at the bottom of the for the starter as well. So I'll do that, but most of the top part is done. It's clear, it's loose. I've got this open there, so that's not going to do much. Yeah, I might get on to removing the starter now. Alright, guys, I've made some progress. I've taken 1, 2, 3 17 millimeter bolts, one on that corner, stabilized, one on that corner, one just below this hose there, and one just where that shift linkage is, all the way in there. So, if you haven't got a deep 18 socket, get one, because it's going to help you. And at the rear, I've got 16, I'm going to say 15 or 16 at the bottom, and that's just 1, 2 and 3, and then around the back. Let me get my light for you, and I'll again stabilize before doing anything. But if I go around the back, just there, just there, there's another 18mm socket that goes from the other direction. So I've also got, while I'm down here, I've also got the cups off, I mean not the cups but the drive shaft off on both sides, along with, to get to the drive shaft, sorry, you've got to remove the dog bone, which is down here, and that's 2 13s and 2 16s or 17s, and then the drive shaft cover protector, that's just 2 15 or 2 16s to remove that as well. So quite simple. And once I removed all the bolts, the box started splitting itself, so there's no prying required, although I'll just show you there, it started to split already. So just a little update there. Don't have a whole lot of time to work on it, so whenever I have time after work, after the family, I'll spend maybe half an hour on the car. So hopefully I can drop the transmission in the next couple of hours. Alright guys, I got the transmission out. So what I had to do, I didn't take the cups off, but it did lower the engine quite a bit. The engine went up and down. I shook the transmission out from this side here, just grabbed the tower, shifter tower, shook it so it's loose. It ended up hitting, the cups ended up hitting that side. So what I had to do then is just grab it from the side, or grab it from the shifter tower, and just clock it towards you. So just spin it that way, anti-clockwise, like that. Shake it so it sort of comes out of the dislodges from the clutch, and then it's hanging loose. Then I just jack the car up and down a couple of times to make sure it clears, and eventually the cups cleared the control arms. So happy days. So yeah, I mean, it's a tight fit, but it fits, as everyone states online in the forums and in all the videos, and even my previous video I've done on this car, or on a transmission swap, I've actually just didn't deal with it and I removed the cups. But I wanted to try it with the cups on, and yeah, ended up working alright. The other thing I didn't mention is I removed the where's it gone now? There it is. The mount that connects up to the transmission to then bolt on to the transmission mount. So this is a bracket for the mount. This connects up to the side of the transmission. It's only three bolts, and I think they're 16 millimeters. So once you lower the engine down, you can then get access all around here. You might have to jack the car up and down again just to loosen it. Remove it, drops down to the side. I did remove the drive shafts. I don't know if I spoke about that, but I removed the drive shaft, undid the bolt, removed the link to give it a bit more flex, undid the 3 13mm bolts that connects the control arm to the hub. So now it's just free balling at the moment. So yeah, while I'm here, I'm gonna maybe swap the coilovers in this and just return it back to stock. We do have stock strut mounts here, so that'll be the next one to do, but I'm going to focus on getting this bad boy in the car first. So I think what we're going to do is last time I had the transmission on me, I was on the ground, it was on my stomach, and I just sort of, had one leg getting ready to jack the engine up, mount the transmission onto the clutch, but I think it's going to hit, that's going to hit the control arms. So I'll see what to do there. But for now, it's out. I can't see any signs of any damages. It was vibrating. The diff is clunking. The case seems okay though, so I think maybe I'll, hold on to this one, rebuild it, and maybe put it, if the LSD, if the diff is in fact gone, then replace it with an LSD up and just strengthen it a bit. Got a brace to go onto it as well, so yeah, coming along well. So I think I'll end the video here with the transmission removal. The next video we'll do is a transmission reinstall. That's already cleaned up, so I don't have to do anything there. Thanks Steve or Tim or both. And yeah, she's going to go back in, so it might be a two-man job now to put it back in. I did do it myself, I've done it myself before, but it's not pretty. I'll see what to do in terms of time, but yeah, can't wait to get her all fixed, return it back to stock. In terms of returning it back to stock, there's not much else besides the coilovers that I'm going to remove so that we can get this roadworthied. In Australia we have to get roadworthy before you can transfer essentially, but yeah, that looks like it's just height adjustable. I don't even think it has preload in this. Yeah, that looks like it's rubbing all over the place here. But anyway, that's that. I think I'll leave it here and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.